Well, here's a headline that definitely made me do a double take.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about surprising, developments in the celebrity world.
Okay, what have we got?
We're diving into the buzz around, well, a potential new romance. Elizabeth Hurley, the actress, and Billy Ray Cyrus, the country music icon.
Wow, okay. That is unexpected.
Definitely a couple we didn't see coming.
It certainly has people talking. And our exploration today really hinges on their shared Instagram post, right? From Sunday, April 20th.
Exactly. That and the reports that came out after from Us Weekly and The Independent, sort of trying to piece this all together.
Makes sense. So the mission here is to unpack this, look at their backgrounds, maybe the context of, past relationships.
Precisely. Okay, let's start with that Instagram moment then. Easter Sunday, April 20th.
Right.
And both Elizabeth and Billy Ray post the exact same photo. The caption simple, Happy Easter Ray.
A sweet sentiment, yeah, but the picture itself, that's what really gets you thinking, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It shows Cyrus, kissing Hurley on the cheek.
Affectionately, yeah. And the backdrop looks like a farm.
A farm, yeah. Which is, well, interesting in itself. But what really struck me is how relaxed they look. The clothes.
Oh, definitely. Very casual attire on both of them.
Exactly. Hurley's in a blue flannel shirt, matching jeans, even a straw hat. It's a long way from a movie premiere look.
It really is.
It almost feels deliberate, like maybe a signal towards a more low-key lifestyle.
That's interesting you say that, because didn't she recently talk about enjoying nature more?
She did. Just last month to Us Weekly. Said she found happiness in nature, wanted to get out of cities more. So maybe that's a shared value.
Could be. It suggests maybe they're looking for similar things right now. And Cyrus, he's equally casual. Denim shirt, black striped trousers.
But then those bunny ears.
Ah, yes. The lime green bunny ear headband. A bit of Easter fun, I suppose?
Had the touch of whimsy to the whole surprise, definitely.
And it seems the surprise wasn't just for us, the public.
Right. Hurley's son, Damian, he commented, didn't he?
Yeah, just hot. Looks like a thumbs up from him.
So family approval, seemingly. But hang on, this wasn't totally out of the blue, was it? There was a little hint before this.
You're right, good memory. If we go back to April 9th, Hurley posted that bikini picture from the Maldives.
Okay.
And she tagged Billy Ray Cyrus in the caption and used his song, She's Not Crying Anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that now, tagging him in that picture. Yeah. That definitely got people wondering back then.
Exactly. Is that, a celebrity way of dropping a hint? Maybe signaling something without a full announcement?
Could be. It certainly suggested something might be brewing. Now, okay, let's get into Billy Ray's side of things for a moment, because his recent history adds, well, another layer here. That divorce from Firerose.
Yes, very recent. And quite short-lived, that marriage.
How long was it again?
They married in October 2023, separated just 7 months later. Divorce finalized last August 2024.
7 months, wow.
And the grounds for the annulment he sought were pretty strong. E! News reported on this.
He alleged, what was it, fraud?
Fraud by the wife, yeah. He stated he wouldn't have married her if he'd known, well, whatever it was he felt he didn't know.
That sounds intense. Very serious language to use.
It is. He also cited irreconcilable differences and inappropriate marital conduct.
Okay, so the fraud part suggests he felt misled about something fundamental before they even got married.
That seems to be the implication, yes. And then the other terms, irreconcilable differences, inappropriate marital conduct, they point towards serious issues during the short marriage, too. It paints a picture of a pretty turbulent time for him recently.
Absolutely. And of course, before Firerose, his marriage history is quite significant too.
Right. He was married way back to Cindy Smith from 86 to 91.
And then the really long one, Tish Cyrus.
Yeah, Tish. From 1993 all the way to 2022. That's nearly 30 years.
And a big family together. Brandy, Trace, Miley, Brayson, Noah.
Plus his son Christopher from another relationship. And he adopted Brandy and Trace, Tish's kids from before him.
So yeah, a lot of history, a lot of family dynamics in the public eye.
Definitely. It's a life lived very much under the spotlight. And speaking of the spotlight, there was that other recent incident, the inauguration performance.
Oh, right. January. That didn't go well, did it?
Yeah.
Reports called it an epic disaster.
Yeah, technically. Sound issues, apparently. He looked really frustrated on stage, even asked if he should just leave at one point.
Sounds incredibly awkward. And didn't his son Trace say something publicly after that?
He did. Trace posted on Instagram expressing, love and concern for his dad.
Right.
He mentioned his own sobriety journey and offered support, hinting that maybe his dad was going through some struggles.
Interesting, sort of a public reaching out.
And Firerose, his recent ex-wife, she also weighed in around that time.
What did she say?
She told People magazine that his public behavior, maybe like at the inauguration, reflected stuff she'd seen privately. Yeah. She said she was sad, but hoped the truth coming out might help him heal. So it definitely sounds like he's been navigating some rough waters.
No kidding. Okay, so let's pivot to Elizabeth Hurley's side. Her relationship history is also pretty well documented.
Absolutely. Her marriage to Arun Nair, that was 2007 to 2010.
Right. And before that, the huge one, Hugh Grant.
Oh yeah, that was massive in the 90s. Defined an era almost.
Totally. Then later, Shane Warne, the cricketer.
Yep, 2011 to 2013. And Stephen Bing, the father of her son, Damian.
So she's definitely no stranger to high-profile relationships either.
Not at all. But through it all, she seems to have kept a strong focus on her career, acting, modeling.
And her son, Damian, she's often talked about him being her priority.
She has. Back in 2020, she mentioned to Us Weekly how he's her number one, consciously prioritizing him, balancing work and motherhood, especially in the public eye.
And like we touched on before, that comment about nature. Finding happiness there, wanting to get out of cities.
Right, taking back to the farm picture.
Exactly. Does that shared desire, maybe for a quieter pace, make this pairing feel a little less random?
I think it might. It provides a potential common ground, something deeper perhaps than just, initial attraction. So, okay, what about the reaction generally? How did people take this news?
Well, shocked seems like the main word. The Independent mentioned hundreds of surprise comments on their Instagram. Lots of positivity, though, amidst the surprise.
Yeah.
Even Melissa Gilbert, the actress, just commented, "Wait, what?"
That sums it up pretty well, doesn't it?
It really does. Someone else apparently commented they were the couple we didn't know we needed, which I thought was quite telling.
It really speaks to how unexpected this was. It's not a connection most people would have predicted looking at their, public images or careers.
Totally different vibes, seemingly.
Right. So the reaction is surprise, but mostly positive curiosity, it sounds like.
Yeah, mostly. But it's also important to remember, despite all this buzz,
they haven't actually said anything more.
Nope. Not a word beyond that Instagram post. Us Weekly said Cyrus's rep had no comment and Hurley's hadn't responded when they reported.
So that one picture, that one caption,
Yeah.
That's it from them directly.
For now, yeah. Which honestly just ramps up the intrigue, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It leaves so much room for speculation, for reading between the lines.
Okay, so let's just sort of recap. We've got this surprise Easter Instagram reveal. Hurley and Cyrus looking cozy on a farm.
Check.
This comes right after Billy Ray's pretty quick and seemingly difficult divorce.
Right, with those fraud allegations hanging there.
And for Elizabeth, it comes amidst her own history of big relationships and these recent comments about wanting a more nature-focused life.
Got it. And the public is mostly just surprised, but kind of into it.
That seems to be the gist. Delightful shock, maybe.
Okay, so here's a thought to leave people with then. What is it about this pairing that grabs us so much? Is it just the sheer contrast? The glamorous British actress and this, very American country music guy?
Could be. Or maybe they're different career paths.
Or is it just the surprise factor itself? The reminder that you really can't predict these things, making us sort of rethink who might connect?
Yeah, it definitely gives you pause. This whole announcement, this unexpected Easter picture. It's a pretty vivid reminder, isn't it? That life and, celebrity relationships especially can take some incredibly surprising turns.
And sometimes wonderfully unpredictable ones.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates on this developing story.